Hello everyone, welcome to Salesforce Predator. In this channel we discuss about various concepts and technologies in Salesforce. In this video series we will be discussing about Lightning Flows. So today we'll look into how we can create resources and use them in Flow, then how we can add our flow to record pages so that we can utilize them. Okay, so we'll go to Salesforce.org. So in my previous video, I have already created one flow and it was about creating a contact record. So there we had three screens. First screen we added first name, then we had a last name in the screen 2, and in the screen 3 we had email address. Okay, we can look into them by double clicking. So we can see first name over here, last name, and email address. Okay, and then we added one data element to create the contact record, and we mapped this first name, last name, and email screen values to first name, last name, email fields of contact. And we didn't activated this flow. We just went ahead and debugged this flow, right? And we saw how we can create a contact record, and how we can debug the flow and look into the execution process of it. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll just activate our Salesforce flow, and also we will include our flow inside Lightning record pages. Okay, so whenever we need to include our flow inside a record page, we can use record ID variable. Okay, and this record ID variable, so the actual ID of a record in which we have included our flow, so that ID will be passed to this record ID variable, and we can use that variable inside our flow for various purposes. Okay, so I'll go to manager over here, and we'll be creating a new resource. Okay, let's say the resource type is variable. Okay, and we'll name it as record ID. Data type would be text, and we won't be allowing multiple values over here, and we'll just mention it as available for input. Okay, now we have created one resource. So what we'll do is we are creating a contact record, right? So what we'll do is we'll include this flow inside account records detail page, and we'll pass the account record ID into this record ID variable, and we'll use this record ID inside create record element. Okay, so we'll go to create records, and so already we are mapping first name, last name, email. So we'll add one more field over here, and it would be account ID, and we'll take value from variables, right? So this is record ID variable. We'll take value from record ID variable, and we'll click on done. Okay, we'll save this. Now once saved, we can activate this flow. So if I click on activate, the flow gets activated. Now what we'll do is we'll go to account record. So any of the account record, let's say we'll select one account, this one, and we'll go to detail page. Now somewhere over here we need to add our flow. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to edit this page layout. So we'll click on edit page over here, and we'll wait for it to get load. Yeah, now here we can see standard components over here, right? So we will select flow. Okay, so we'll select flow, and we need to select an insertion point, right? So what we'll do is we'll drag and drop it over here. So here we have added this flow component. Now we need to name this flow component. So we'll be we need to select one of the flows. Okay, so we will be having multiple flows inside our org, right? So which flow we need to select? We need to select this create contact record flow. Okay, and then other properties we can set, and also this record ID thing. So pass record ID into this variable, right? Which variable? Record ID variable. So we'll click on this so that whatever is the account ID, it will be passed into this record ID variable inside our flow. Okay, now I'll save this. Okay, and I'll activate this. We'll assign it as org default and we'll select this desktop and phone. We'll click on next. We'll save this. Okay, now once saved, we can go back to account layout and account record actually, and we'll see over here we are able to see the flow. Okay, now let's say if I enter some value, demo as a first name, predator 1 as a second name, last name, and email address. Okay, so if I click on next, so I should be able to create a contact record, and that contact record should be associated to this account, right? So you can see a new contact record has been created and it has been associated with this account record. Fine. So this is how we include our flow inside a record pages. Now we have activated our flow, right? So let's say if I want to look into flows, so we'll search flows over here in the setup and go to flows, and we'll refresh this screen. So we'll be able to see the newly created flow. Okay, so this is a create contact record flow, and you can see it is active, right? So if I click on this flow, okay, sorry, so if I want to edit this flow properties, right, not go into this flow builder, so what I have to do is I have to click this drop down and I need to select this view detail and versions. Okay, so if I click on view details and versions, I'll be opening this flows properties, and I can see different versions present here for this flow. So right now we only have one versions. If we had more than one version, so there would be one more record over here. Okay, and this delete button, you can see it is disabled. Why? Because you cannot delete flow directly. First you have to deactivate this flow. If you had multiple versions, then there would have been multiple records over here in the related list, and you would have been given an option to delete the flow. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to subscribe the channel.